Looking for new bowling apparel? Well, EFX has you covered. We have jerseys, jackets, hoodies, pants, shorts, etc. If you use coupon code SRGBBFS at checkout on EFX.co or apparelEFX.com, they are PBA approved and PWBA approved. Of course, you can wear them in all your local tournaments and leagues. So, if you're looking for new threads, head over to apparelEFX.com. What's going on, everyone? Here's my 2022 tier list for the Storm, Roto Grip, and 900 Global brands. Excuse me while I might cough a little bit. I'm getting over a cold, and that's why my voice sounds kind of scratchy. But I wanted to get on here and get my top picks in for 2022. We had a lot of great pieces come out this past season, and looking forward to more great bowling balls coming from Utah in 2023. So we have balls of the year for me. We have great. We have good. Good is going to be kind of that, well, I take it sometimes, I don't take it other times. Depends on what I'm looking for. Decent is, I didn't really get along with it. I could see the potential, but didn't get along with it. And then / did not throw is just exactly what it is. Either I didn't throw them or I really didn't care for that piece of equipment. So to start the year off, we had the Storm Nova and the Spectre. Start with the Nova. Felt this ball was something that we needed, and it was a nice addition to my bag. In fact, I shot 300 with it not too far after it released. Big fan of this one. I actually already have another one ready for when the current one I have decides it doesn't want to hook anymore. This core was introduced overseas many years ago, the Ignition core, and this R2X hybrid cover stock really matched up well for me. It's a cleaner yet smoother type asymmetrical. It gets really forward. You can use it on quite a few different patterns. I really like to use it when the volume's higher, put a little surface on it, and it's a really smooth option, but it's not quite as early as some of the solid asymmetrical balls that Storm provides currently. So next we're going to go to the Spectre. Unfortunately, we all know what happened to this ball. I was actually quite a fan of it when I first threw it. It was right around the time the Wolverine came out, and the Spectre and the Wolverine were really good pieces for me. Wolverine came out before the Spectre, so that's where I fit it in my bag at the time. It took surface really well, took a lot of different things well, but obviously we know where it ended up. But I'll put it in the good category because I didn't get to throw it all that long, to be honest. And yeah, it was a good piece. So Phase 4. Well, we had the Phase 2, huge fan of the Phase 2 here. Phase 3, it was okay. This Phase 4, I was looking forward to it. R2S Pearl. And again, we kind of know what happened with this one. We can still throw it, but it did get discontinued, unfortunately. For me, I really liked it out of the box. It was a good piece. It was like a step up from the Wolverine or even the Spectre. Bigger core and cover stock a little weaker than some of the big balls. And it seemed like it was going to fit pretty well in the bag. And then between everything that was going on and new balls coming out, kind of didn't really see a lot of play for me, if I'm honest with you. And it's kind of one of those balls for me. It just didn't get a lot of play. I would rather use something other than the Phase 4. Doesn't mean it wasn't a good ball for some people. I know a lot of people liked it. Just I didn't really match up with it. So on to the Gem from Roto Grip. This was a core that Roto Grip introduced. It was based off the Defiant series, and it's a lower RG asymmetrical that we were needing with that strong Microtrax cover stock. A huge fan of this one for me, and I'm going to put it in the great category because it fits along those lines of, reality, My personal favorite, a halo or a hypercell. This ball just hooks a mile. I mean, at first a lot of people were kind of on the fence about it, and I love mine as soon as I drilled it. It was a great ball. I still throw it quite a bit. It just needs a lot of oil, and for that very reason, that's why it's not in the ball of the year category, or balls of the year category, because the usability window is a very short usable window, but still great piece, and makes it in the great category. Next up, 900 Global Zen Soul. This is the third Zen ball out of the 900 Global line. First we had the Zen, the Pearl, we had the Zen Master, the Solid, and then the Zen Soul here, the hybrid. For me, at first, I liked the shape that I saw out of it, and it reminded me of something like a Phase 2, and the more I threw it, I could tell that it was going to overlap a little bit, or I would have to take this over a Phase 2, and if you know me well enough, nothing's going to go over a Phase 2. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in the decent category, because I do see the usability window for it. I just prefer to throw my Phase 2. So next, we have the Storm Infinite Physics. Now this one is special. Huge fan of this ball. REX Pearl Physics Core, the Atomic Core. Didn't get to throw the Astrophysics much, but this Infinite Physics is a fantastic piece to the line. Takes surface really well. It's a great option for when, say, like the gym or balls of that nature are a little too strong, a little too forward. This one gets down the lane a little more, and it's I like to describe it as an asymmetrical type IQ Tour ball. It's a very versatile ball. You can do a lot of different things with it, layout-wise, etc. So for that very reason, I'm going to put it in the balls of the year category. I just feel like fantastic ball. I mean, it goes pretty much everywhere with me. Again, you can use it on a lot of different things. House shots, heavy oil, lower volume, medium volume, whatnot. You can take the cover up, take it down, whatever you want. It's probably the most versatile asymmetrical ball I've thrown in quite some time. It also came out with the Roto Grip Idol Cosmos, and the Idol Cosmos was the pearlized version of the Idol Helios. Has the Extreme Tracks cover stock, which is not quite the same as Micro Tracks, but good piece overall. I've drilled two of them. The first one was a slightly cleaner and more responsive Phase 2 type ball. The second one is a little on the smoother side, but nonetheless, good piece, and that's why it's going to go in the good category. I feel it's if you like a Phase 2, but you might need a little less shape and a little cleaner, Idol Cosmos, great piece. I know a lot of other people like it. It's just kind of one of those middle-of-the-road type balls, benchmark type ball. IQ Tour along those lines, a little stronger than IQ Tour. So yeah, we had some really good pieces right around that time. Next up, Reality Check. This ball is absolutely something that we needed off of a lot of the current balls we had at the time. This ball is just, again, very versatile. Cleaner, more responsive than the Altered Reality. I know a lot of people wanted an Altered Reality replacement. This one is good. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. I really see this ball coming into play, and I've used it quite a bit this past regional season, where when the Phase 2 or balls of that nature are a little too forward and can't quite get the 10 out, the asymmetrical core in this ball, matched up with the cleaner response cover stock, really allows you to get left and throw it into that either urethane carry down or friction, either whatever's to the right of you, or if you're left-handed, to the left. And it just comes off of it exactly like you want it to. I kind of see it similar to a UFO alert. I think it's a little more responsive then the UFO alert. Another great piece, and that's why it's going to go into the great category. Next up, we have the Wolverine Dark Moss. Huge fan of the Wolverine, so this one I was pretty excited for, and it didn't disappoint. This one I feel is actually cleaner and more responsive than the Wolverine, than the blue one. And for that very reason, because it's pretty much the same ball, just quicker, I'm going to put it in the great category because I don't go anywhere without a Wolverine. Next up, we have the RST X3. Huge RST X1 fan. Travel with 2 of them just about everywhere I go. And this one is the same cover stock Microtrax hybrid, but it's a 2-part pearl, 1-part solid, where the RST X1 was a 50-50 split between solid and pearl. And for me, because it looks like a hypercell, it brought back a lot of retro vibes for me. This ball hooks. It hooks a lot, and if we have so many good pieces, it's just hard to take them all sometimes, and it gets kind of left behind sometimes when it shouldn't. And but really good piece. I can move across the whole lane with it. Again, takes surface really well, and for that reason, I'm going to put it in the good category because it's kind of right there in the middle of a lot of different things. I know it's on the stronger side of the balls that we have currently. It's just a good ball. I can't put everything in the great category, unfortunately. Next up, well, we have one of my new favorites, the Hyped Solid. Huge fan of this one. I like the Hype Pearl and the Hype Hybrid quite a bit, but this one is just, it's special. For me, it fits right between a Phase 2 and an IQ Tour. A little higher diff than an IQ Tour. Cover stock gets it going forward pretty well. And this one, to be honest with you, I've already drilled 2 of them. It's just a phenomenal piece. I use it quite a bit this regional tour season. You can use it on house shots. You can do anything you want with this ball. Surface management, change the layouts. I mean, I've drilled 2 of them differently, and they're drastically different. Which a video will be coming out on that pretty soon. This ball is just, it's a really good ball. For that reason, it's going to go into the balls of the year category up there with the Infinite Physics, because I truly believe this ball is just one of the really good pieces that we saw this year. And if you're sleeping on it, you should not, because this one is a total benchmark ball. Next up, we have the Hustle USA. Hustles have been really good for me in the past. Hustle Inc., Hustle PBR, Hustle Wrap, etc. This one, I didn't really know what to expect. I never threw a Hustle HYB, so this one is pretty much that. With its brighter colors, I think it's earlier and smoother than the HYB was, from what I saw from other players. For me, it just hadn't matched up with this ball, to be honest with you. I've changed the surface quite a bit. Put a lot of surface on it, taken a lot off, lane shine, etc. And I put it through the paces, and it doesn't really like me. I might drill another one in the future, but for right now, it's going to go in the category because I just never see myself throwing this one ever. Fast forward to the Night Road. If you watch my videos, I was pretty hard on this ball when I first drilled it, and because it went really straight. Changed the surface a lot. It's one of those things that I just did not like. I kept tweaking with it. It was not going to be a piece I'd ever take with me anywhere. So fast forward to now, I drilled a second one, and oh my goodness, this one is exactly what I was expecting. It's clean, it's responsive but smooth at the same time. I feel it's a really good step down from an IQ Tour. I keep a little surface on this Night Road. I know it comes with 4K fast. I have roughly around a 3,000 pad on it that I throw in league, and this ball has really surprised me because originally I was not a big fan of it. And yeah, this one, I'm actually going to put it in the great category. And if you would have asked me when I first filmed the video, I would have told you put it down in the did not throw type category because it just wasn't a good piece for me. But the second one is night and day difference. And, excuse the pun there, but night and day difference from the first one. Then, along with the Night Road, we had the Supernova from Storm. And expanding on the Nova, this one had the NEX solid cover stock that had been featured on the Axiom originally, and then Proton Physics, and then the Hybrid Max, and now the Supernova. And for me, I didn't get along with the Proton Physics, but this Supernova, because of the core in it, allows it to get down lane a little better. And actually, it's sharper down lane than the Nova. And the Nova, it has a weaker cover, and it's hybrid. The Supernova is a very versatile piece, to be honest with you. If I didn't have other balls at my disposal, this one would probably be one of the ones I throw all the time when I need a big ASIM solid cover stock ball. But for me, I have other balls at my disposal, so I don't throw it quite as much as I probably should. But for that reason, I'm going to put it in the good category. I don't think it's quite as versatile as a gem, maybe. I really like the gem, so for that reason, Supernova is going to go in the good category. Next up, excuse me, my voice, I'm trying to get through this video, the Phase 5. And the Phase 5 is a direct replacement for the Phase 4. It features the same R2S Pro cover stock and that famous velocity core we all know and love. For me, this one's actually night and day difference from the Phase 4. Phase 5 is it's more of a benchmark type pearl for me. I think the Phase 4 was close, but again, I just didn't really throw the Phase 4 much. This Phase 5 seems to take surface better. I think, and I'm a huge advocate for pigments and colors of the bowling balls. They do dictate quite a bit of ball reaction, in my opinion. And the changes here, and plus with the new reactive gloss on this cover stock, just put in a new usable window for me that I can use it on, right below stuff like Infinite Physics or Reality Check, but I don't need that big core from the asymmetrical. That's where I'm going to use this Phase 5. So I'm going to put it in the good category because it's right there in the middle of my arsenal, and it's not something I throw all the time, but when it's there and when it looks good, it looks way better than a lot of other pieces. Next one is the Electrify Go. I didn't throw this one because I didn't get along with the original Electrify Pearl, and I didn't feel like wasting a ball just because I didn't like the first one. So we'll move on to the Storm Fate, the collaboration between Storm and Jason Belmonte. And let me tell you, I have not been a fan of the Belmo balls. Timeless, Drive, etc. ProMotion wasn't too bad. Trend 2 was just kind of, one of those balls I'd throw a little bit, but not a whole lot. But this Fate, wow. I mean, that's all I have to say about it. This ball is just incredible. The REX Pearl with this new F8 core. It's a really tight Wolverine ball, and I'm a huge fan of the Wolverine, like I say earlier. This cover is a little stronger than say, the Wolverine cover. This ball is just, I know there's been a lot of hype about it. From what I keep hearing, it stays on back order, and so that speaks for itself. This new Fate, it's a great piece, and it's probably going to go everywhere with me this coming season. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in the great category, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to use this ball in a wide variety of patterns and conditions. So next, we're going to go to the 900 Global Zen U. Now this is the new urethane ball for 900 Global. Has the S35 Plus urethane cover stock. And I actually drew 2 of these if you saw my first video when I filmed for these. I drilled one like I drilled pitch black, and I tested out a new layout. And I liked the new layout so much on the Zen U that I drilled a pitch black the same way, and really like this ball quite a bit. I can throw it in league, which is a little interesting. It doesn't drag oil down like a pitch black does. It does absorb a little bit of oil. So yeah, I'm going to throw it a whole lot. We only had one regional since this came out, so and the gutter did not look very good, so urethane was pretty much out that weekend. Haven't really got to throw it, like I say, in that type of tournament environment. But from everything that I see, this ball is, for me, in the balls of the year category, because it just gives me a different urethane shape when the pitch black isn't quite enough when I'm looking to shape it a little bit more. So I can't say enough good things about this one. Then we have the Exotic Gem, and this ball just flat out hooks. I mean, it is exactly what you think of a pearlized gem. I mean, it is a pearlized gem, Microtrax pearl. The colors, everything about it is just ridiculously good. Great shelf appeal. Looks great going down the lane. For me, it's the closest thing I've seen to a altered reality, and from others, talking to others, they agree. It looks a lot like an altered reality in terms of ball motion and shape, and for that very reason, I'm going to put it in the great category, because when I can't throw the altered reality, this Exotic Gem is going to get a lot of play for me. Then I did not throw a Pink Physics, and I have a Sunstorm, but I have not drilled it, so I'm going to put it in the did not throw category. So there you have it. There's my 2022 tier list for these amazing Storm, Roto Grip, and 900 Global bowling balls that came out. And again, you can see we've had a lot of good pieces. Not many balls made it in the decent category, and that's okay. You know, that's a great thing for me and all the other Storm fans out there, because it's not too bad when you see how many good bowling balls came out. And you know, hopefully this year there's none in the decent or the category. So look forward to 2023, and thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. More videos are coming soon on the new Absolute and Revenant. And yeah, that's all I got for you right now, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Forgot to mention, thanks so much to Cody Schmidt for making this tier list. Myself and Luke Rosal greatly appreciate it, so thank you, Cody. Also, can't forget Turbo Grips. All of my bowling balls have the great Turbo Switch Grip and Quad Classic Pro Grips. If you're looking for that great feel from ball to ball, make sure you check out Turbo Grips at turbogrips.com.